We got a new intro.
Hit them.
Brother F gon' hit me with it.
Yo.
Oh, yeah. New VSOP intro number 2, hopefully longer than 20 seconds. We got Rackboy Cam in the building.
Yeah.
Brother F, Straight Fuego Studios.
That's right.
I am the brother Burnz. Godcast.
Yeah.
Little bass drop.
Hey.
Little piano. I would hit y'all with some bars.
Yeah, what happened? I thought you was here.
I don't freestyle for free no more.
Oh, bars.
Anybody want a VSOP beat? Holla at me.
Your boy.
I'm the management. 80% over here. Raping You Records is back. The Godcast is back. Episode 145. Shout out to the new beat. Shout out to Rackboy Cam in the building.
Let's go.
To the right of me, I got the brother VSOP.
Yes, you know what it be, man. We in here repping that MDMA.
Well, today we got on Society Needs Culture, so shout out to the brother Biz Nice. Shout out to Society Needs Culture. Shout out to Jersey City.
But we always repping that LBE, though.
Yes, shout out to Biz Nice real quick. He had a dope event on 420 in Jersey City.
Facts.
Jadakiss pulled up. That was super dope. Shout out to him. Also, shout out to Tito Grams and Joey Bando Farms. The dopest dispensary in Hoboken. They had a dope 420 event. Shout out to that.
Where the fuck was I?
Welcome world. I'm the brother Burnz. I already introduced VS. He produced a new beat.
Hard too, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to that. And on the check-in, I believe he was not on our last episode because he was in out and about international blood handling business.
Always, as always.
We got Big Bludshot. What's good?
Welcome back.
What's up, my niggas? Yo, VS, that shit was hard, dog.
Good looking, G. Good looking.
You want to buy it?
And I'll grab that shit for both of y'all niggas.
Yo, he's still blood, yo. I love it.
Blood is back. Blood is violent.
He's still moved to the core, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
On the low, we're not allowed to say that name no more. But while we talking violence, let's get right into it because we got a quick show today. We only got 60 minutes. Rackboy Cam got to be in Connecticut for a super dope show tonight. If you're in Connecticut, go check it out.
Pop up, baby.
Y'all won't hear this.
Big Mike, Benny the Butcher, man.
Big Mike, Benny the Butcher. Shout out to that. Benny the Butcher just announced a new album. So everybody make sure y'all go check that out when it drops. You're opening up for him?
Correct.
Big, congrats, bro. That's big.
Hell
Moves,
yeah, bro.
Thanks, man.
While we're talking violence, Bludshot, real quick. Ice Spice got robbed by some thugs, and they created a video kind of talking shit and telling her to come get it back in blood. What you think about that?
Ooh, it could be fake. It could be real. Ice Spice is doing her thing. Let her be, man. Stop hating.
If somebody robs your chain and then puts a video out on Instagram, what's your reaction?
Cats is going to be who they going to be, man. Now they could catch a charge or get got. Easy.
But what's your reaction?
To me, if it happened to me,
Yeah.
fuck them niggas. I'm going to go get them.
Good answer. Rackboy Cam,
Rackboy.
what you think about this
But I ain't
situation,
making no videos after that, though.
No,
True,
please,
true
don't make
indeed.
no retaliation.
Yeah, I mean, for one, I ain't robbing no female.
Amen to that.
You know,
That's a
That's
big
what we were
strike.
saying.
Yeah. And if I do something, you feel me? I'm not going on social media bragging and talking about it. You know?
That's the other thing.
You know what I mean? Gangsters moving silence. You know what I mean?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I think this generation, this new internet generation, what is it? Generation Z? It's not millennials now. What's the
Gen Z.
next generation?
We're in Gen Z now.
Break
They
that down.
wildin'.
Gen Z. What is it?
They're the last generation right now. They're the latest generation,
The
I should
latest
say.
generation.
Got
So
you.
probably, I think, born 2000s after.
Yeah,
Something
I
like
think
that?
something like that, yeah.
So I think that generation, and there's no knock to Gen Z because I really fuck with Gen Z, right? Like I think they are one of the bravest generations in that they don't take no shit.
Go ahead, I'll let you finish.
As far as like knowing their value and knowing their worth and jobs and shit. So a lot of the older generations kind of look down on Gen Z because they be like, oh, you got to stay at your job 20 years and you got to work your way up. And Gen Z be like, man, fuck that. I'm trying to get paid today. If I know I can go over here and make 100,000, that's where I'm going. So I like that about them. But one thing I find a little bit off about them, and it's no diss, it's just I think because they grew up in the internet era, they feel safe behind the keyboard and behind the screen.
That's what I was
I
going
don't
to say.
think they're fully aware of the ramifications of what they do online.
Facts.
Being paid back in real life.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a little scary, bro. So these dudes in particular, first of all, like Cam said, you can't rob a girl, bro. There's no props in that.
That's
There's
corny.
no winning in that.
Yeah.
And then to go online and make a video about it, like, yo, if you want your shit, come back and get it. Like,
incriminating yourself the whole time.
Well, that's a dumb aspect, absolutely. Incrimination of oneself and self-snitching is super dumb, but yo, you're telling a girl to come get her chain back? Like, what's she supposed to do? You're gonna fight her the fair one? You're gonna shoot the what's it called? Shoot the fade?
The way I've seen videos, like I've seen dudes fight women. Yo, I'm like, for what? Why are you? I'm sorry. The only, in my opinion, the only way or form you should ever strike a woman is if she's literally trying to kill you. Then you got to defend yourself. I understand that. Aside from that, yo, you
can't be the aggressor.
That's what I'm saying. Like I've seen like ragging women. I was like, yo, I don't understand that shit.
But
with her, what they fail to understand is that she's already getting to the point where she's almost a superstar, right? And she's not gonna take it to the street. She probably, they're gonna take a L by catching a charge. With me, same thing. VS, I agree. I would never fight a chick.
Yeah,
unless it's that chick Scarlett that y'all
Scarlett, she's nasty.
You can't fight Scarlett, bro, just because she's aggressive and shit.
Nah, she'll pop you, yo.
But wait, to go back to something that VSOP was saying, you can only hit a woman in self-defense.
Like if she's trying to kill you, in my opinion, like if you feel like like literally your life is in danger, then go ahead and defend yourself.
And make sure you tell them. Listen,
Listen, like, I'm about to defend yourself. I'm about to defend myself.
If you don't stop,
it's about to be sleep time.
Yeah, night.
Even then it's tough, bro. But real quick, Blood, what Ice Spice is from the Bronx, bro, and before she got put on, she used to hang with a pretty tough crew out there that she kind of deserted when she blew up. But she might be able to,
never know, man. Anybody could get it, bro.
Yeah, she might be able to get something.
I don't know, but nowadays, man, with this social media, you don't never know if it's real or it just might be clout chasing.
So that's a great point.
Right.
That's a great point.
Right.
Because online they said that the chain that these guys are showing off, Ice Spice never actually wore it. She never, or she was never seen in it. So who knows? But again, boo this man to these thugs. You can't rob a women. That ain't cool. And you shouldn't be self-incriminating, bro. The self-snitching is out of line.
Yeah.
So if you get bagged up, that's on you. You got no one to blame.
But yourself.
Let's go on to, let's keep it moving real quick to another thugged out character, another hardcore MC, Jack Harlow.
Wait, what?
Nah.
I thought you was going to say, like, Conway or somebody.
Jack Harlow came out and said he's the hardest white MC since Eminem. Okay. Let's start with our guest, Rackboy Cam. What you think about that?
I mean, no comment. I mean, everybody's entitled to
Are
their
you
opinion.
an M fan?
Not really. Yeah.
Are you a Jack Harlow fan?
I'm not gonna lie, I like Jack Harlow last project, the one he just put out, and
the one that came out this week.
Yeah, I want to talk about that.
The short one.
Yeah.
So he just put out a new album this week. 24 minutes, I believe it's 9 or 10 tracks. I don't recall the name of it. I'll look it up in a second. Blood, what do you think of Jack Harlow versus Eminem? Who's harder?
Come on, man, for real?
I mean.
VS, what do you think?
What I'm trying to say is not, because he didn't say that he's harder than Eminem.
No. He said he's the hardest white MC since Eminem. So no, he did not say he's
I think he's talking about as of right now.
Yeah, so right now, so that's not the same thing. Like, Eminem is obviously the greatest white rapper that we've ever known. You know what I'm saying? Not because of his hardness from being from Detroit, pause, or anything like that, but just he knows how to twist around words. He's commercially successful. He got with Dre, so there's no comparison. But Jack Harlow.
But does that make him the hardest white MC?
No. Well, Eminem is the hardest. Well, maybe not the hardest.
He spit hard. He spit hard though. That's the thing too.
Yeah, he spits dope, like his freestyles.
I'm sorry,
but there's other artists like LP, for example, from Run the Jewels.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? That's a hardcore white boy right there.
Yeah. True indeed.
Necro,
Ill
Bill, word.
You know what I'm saying? The
Vinny Paz
interviewed
yeah, I don't know who
Ren Thomas.
Yeah, Ren Thomas. Yeah, he's nasty.
You don't know none of these artists?
I was gonna say Millies. Mills.
He's
yeah.
from Connecticut, right?
Yeah, Connecticut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another dope rapper. Like, you know, there's a lot of white rappers out there. You feel me?
Nice.
So I don't, you know, I don't agree with his statement, but you know, he's not out of pocket.
Did y'all find the name of the
Jackman?
The name of the album is Jackman.
Jackman. Pause.
Jackman.
Pause on that. No homo.
You can't. You see, that's what I mean, bro.
I looked it up. I couldn't wait for you to ask.
You can't be the hardest MC, and the name of your album is Jackman.
Yeah, like
these kids.
He's the most commercial right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
All right. Random question. Who's your favorite white MC? Let's start with the guest.
Man.
A little pressure on you real quick.
Yeah. I mean, 100% white or half white.
Half. 100. Drake is half white, so
Yeah.
that's not bad.
Maybe
J.
Drake.
Cole half.
J. Cole half.
Yeah.
Yeah, J. Cole is half white. Damn.
he is white. Yeah.
So
Jack Harlow ain't harder than J. Cole.
No way.
And Logic is half. Well,
Logic is half
black,
too.
Yeah.
But he loves to tell people he's half black. But Logic.
But what I was gonna get into was basically, I mean, he can say that. I mean, right now he's the most commercial, but I mean, at the end of the day, Eminem took it to another level, which opened up the gates for guys like Jack Harlow to be in position, the position they in today. And I want to talk about two records on the actual album that I like was "Blame It On Me" and "It Can't Be." So I don't know if y'all listen to the records, but "It Can't Be." He basically was talking about like trying to say like everybody making excuses and trying to say like, yo, he's popping right now because of the color of his skin.
Right.
And he's basically trying to say like, yo, I'm putting in the work.
Right.
Like he sold out shows, me stay late in the studio, me selling merch, me being able to really rap.
Yeah.
That's why.
That's on that new album?
That's on the new album. That's why
I'm
in the position. Don't just try to say, you know, because it's white privilege. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I actually put the work in. And then another record he got called "Blame On Me." He's basically talking about his relationships with like his brothers and his family, and how his father was tough on them, which made him be tough on his little brother, and different things like that, which was dope to me because it's like, yo, he really touching on sensitive subjects where a lot of people don't really tap into as artists.
Right.
And it's more than just, yeah, I fucked the bitch and I'm popping bottles and I'm getting money. Like he's really bringing people into his realm, his world, and you know, expressing himself, which Eminem was known to do, talking about his mom and his baby moms and all that. And that's what made people love him because he wasn't scared to showcase, you know, his actual life. So kudos to Jack Harlow.
Absolutely. And a little bit of backstory. So Jack Harlow's last album kind of underperformed.
Yeah.
And it was very more so popish, right?
Yeah.
So this album is kind of his rap album.
Yeah, he's spitting on it and got some
Right. So
classic
he wanted to
dope
come
beats
back
it.
on some rap shit and prove like he
spit.
can rap.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad album, you know.
Oh, so you listened to
it? It's the first Jack Harlow album I listened to, and it was only 24 minutes.
Right.
But no, you know, I'm not a crazy big Jack Harlow fan, keep it real. But he did his thing on it, you know. You can't knock good music. Now as an artist, Cam, how do you find it personally when it comes to displaying that vulnerability, that human side in your music? Is that something you find easy to do, or is that something maybe you struggle with a little bit?
I don't think I struggle with it because I tap into everything.
Right.
I mean, honestly, you got to use your life as motivation and things like that, you know, to come up with different subjects and stuff when it comes to making music. But I mean, I got a whole bunch of stuff in my life that happened. I really didn't dig deep into it. Like I danced around it, surfaced it, but I really didn't dig deep into it. And I personally feel like maybe it's not time for that yet. I feel like I got to be at a certain level.
But you think the day will come that you'll really delve into those feelings?
Of course. You got to, because I mean, it's more than music than just, like I said, you know, the high life. You know what I mean? Partying and
like you were saying,
stuff.
you gotta say more than just the
gotta be
girls and
balanced.
the money and stuff.
Yeah.
And
That's
also,
what makes you an all-round rapper.
For sure,
you know,
more
at the end of the
versatile.
day, artist.
and people connect more with that, bro.
I was about to
More
say
people
that.
can relate to the pain and the struggle
yeah.
and, you know, losing someone or losing love, whatever the case may be, than to balling in a Rolls Royce or whatever. you know?
Everybody can't.
Everybody
really
ain't in a
relate to
Rolls
that.
Royce, bro.
Yeah.
And music is therapeutic. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's more for healing too. So You know, like when I was listening to certain things Jack was saying, I said, "Whoa, he went through that. Damn, like it made me like him more." You know what I mean? It was like, "Oh, I
gotta listen
more
to that
relatable,
shit.
more relatable." You know what I mean? So.
Yo, and shout out to Jack Harlow. He's gonna be in that new White Man Can't Jump. So he's a good actor too. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Blood, you brought it up. How you feel about that? You're gonna watch it?
Of course, why not? Like I watch everything that's like gets redone from our era because I want to see. You know, not maybe they didn't top it, but if they did a good job, like. Somebody said the new house party was trash.
I was just gonna ask you if you watched it.
Yeah, I ain't watched it.
But I watched it and it was trash compared to the original. But I think they did an all-around good job for today's.
How about the new How High?
You know, I didn't.
There's a new How High.
Yeah,
I didn't watch.
That's the one with Lil Yachty, right? Yeah.
With Little Yachty.
Nothing compares to Redman and Method Man, so I don't know.
man.
It's called How High too?
No, it's How High.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna look for that. With Little Yachty?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Lil Yachty and what's my man name? Comedian.
Yeah.
What is Little Yachty? Hold on.
He's a rapper, man.
I know. I'm trying to think
Yachty
of the faces because for some reason in my
red.
brain I'm picturing Kodak Black.
No.
Nah, he had
Little Yachty got the red braid.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about. Okay.
On the braids, he got the side braids like mystical, but with like beads and shit.
I know exactly.
What's the other funny guy that kind of resembled Chris Tucker a little bit?
Yeah.
What's his name again?
Shit.
Was it the homie from Wildin' Out?
Yeah.
That he made a movie called Sneakerheads?
Yeah, DC Young Fly.
DC Young Fly.
Young Fly.
He got the thing
Was it
like-
good? Was
It's
the
him,
movie
yeah.
good?
Yeah.
What movie?
He was in the new house party, DC Young Fly. He was funny as hell.
I heard
Yeah.
mad people was in that movie.
See, he's everywhere though. You see, he's getting it in though. I gotta give it. You gotta
Get
give him
to
to
that
the.
money,
You gotta give it
man.
to him for the hustle and shit.
Got
You
a
know
good
who I
agent.
like? Drewski.
He's funny too.
I find him to be funny.
He's
So
kinda
shout
funny.
out to that. Shout
He's
out to all
everywhere
the-
too though.
That's
He's on
all his
commercials,
white boy right
Google commercials, all that shit. He getting.
Wait. Let's go back. Blood, your hardest white MC.
Drewski. Nah, let me stop.
Hey.
That's foul.
You talking about Black Drewski?
Yeah. Black Drewski.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you talking about Drewski from Jersey. My bad.
No. The
Nah,
comedian,
the
Drewski, not the
comedian.
DJ.
Yeah.
Okay. But that nigga's the man too, cause he be on High 97. Don't get it twisted.
No, just not on
that's my
some
guy,
comedy
too.
shit. No,
That's my
shout out to
guy.
Drewski. What I love about
hardest-
Drewski, hold on real quick. What I love about DJ Drewski is that he has a lot of love for independent New Jersey
For sure,
artists. And he
for
puts a
sure.
lot of people on. So big shout out to him.
For sure.
Now give me
That's
your
why he
hardest
brought it up.
white MC.
Hardest YMC got to be Eminem, man.
Eminem. VS, your hardest white MC.
Vanilla Ice.
My man. Cold as ice forever.
Cold as ice,
I
baby.
forgetting about somebody, man. What's my man name again? MC Search. What's his name?
MC Search, yeah.
He was
MC
nice.
Search.
He was nice. He
Nah,
was
he
nice.
You know, I like
he was
the-
getting down, man.
I like
Nah,
the
he was
MGK,
nice.
bro.
Yeah.
Huh?
When he first came out, I liked MGK. I thought he was a super, like,
Oh, MGK.
Dope
Yeah. Okay.
as he went on, he got into his rock shit and got
He's a rock star.
But when he first came out,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
he
yeah.
dropped his first album. He had DMX on it and everything. That
I
shit
know,
was
yeah,
hard, bro.
Yeah.
He just dropped a freestyle with Corday, I think last week. He was getting spicy.
He could spit, bro.
Yeah. He could.
Yeah,
Spit.
but he caught that beef with Eminem, and that's it, man. That nigga.
He went to rock and roll after that,
I
bro.
don't know, man. What,
But I thought he held his own.
Nah, a lot of people say he got him on that.
I thought he held his own. I
Yeah.
wouldn't even disagree with people who say he won.
Nah, people say he got him on that. They say that
Word up.
actually helped him.
Yeah.
But for some reason, he switched it up after that. Like, I don't remember him doing nothing crazy, just, in terms of.
Well, no, your
Hip-hop.
theory might be right that fucking with Eminem fucked him up down the
True,
line because you
true,
know how labels doing shit. But the actual battle, the freestyle, whatever, the song versus song, it's
spit, yeah.
debatable, bro. It's
Yeah,
debatable. All right, let's move on really quickly. Happy 25th anniversary to Big Pun, the album Capital Punishment, his debut album. Rest in peace to Big Pun.
Thanks, Pun.
So I want to ask y'all, where does Capital Punishment rank in your list of hip hop debuts? And more specifically, I want to ask y'all, Capital Punishment versus Ready to Die. What is the better album? Let's start with our guest.
Go ahead.
Yeah. First and foremost, shout out to Big Pun, rest in peace, man.
BX. Shout out to
BX
the
all
BX,
day,
yeah.
man.
TS,
Credible
too.
lyricist, man. Credible lyricist.
Absolutely.
But I gotta go with Life After Death, man.
Life After Death, ain't nothing wrong with
And the
that.
reason why I'm going with that, I feel like that's one of the best
Ready
albums.
to Die, though.
Oh, I
That's the
think
debut,
Ready
right?
to Die.
That's what
You
we
took
call it.
Debut,
Ready to
yeah.
Die?
Let's go to
Oh,
debuts,
yeah.
actually.
Ready
So
to
Ready
Die,
to Die.
yeah, Ready
Although Life After Death.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pardon
no,
me,
yeah,
pardon
no.
me, pardon me.
Yeah,
on that.
you really
Yeah.
can't beat that one.
Yeah. To me, that's one
Yeah,
of my
come
favorite
on, it's a
albums.
double album.
Yeah, that's my favorite albums. He touched every substance, every type of like vibe, everything on that.
Yeah.
But let's go to debut albums. Do you remember Ready to Die?
I remember it, but not the actual debut.
Not that crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Blood. Big Pun, Capital Punishment versus Biggie Ready to Die. What are you taking?
I know he's gonna go with that. I know he's gonna go with Big.
Why you gotta do this to me, man?
I gotta put the pressure on you, bro.
I mean,
here last week.
Honestly, this is kind of like it's gonna be a more than one part answer because the better album is Capital Punishment. You feel me? But it's not because it's my favorite. You feel me? Like my favorite probably be Ready to Die.
That's fine. There's a difference between the best and your favorite.
Yeah,
exactly. So that's why I want to break it down this way to explain how I feel and why I think Capital Punishment is the better one. Ready to Die most definitely influenced Capital Punishment, and then when Capital Punishment came out, it had already been so many years in terms of this type of hip hop in the genre. You feel me? Ready to Die came out in 93. Capital Punishment came out in 98, right? Or 97?
Correct. No, 98.
98.
So 5 years into the game, the production, everything went up. Lyrical skills, you feel me? That was like the crescendo of the 90s was 98. So everybody was on top of their game.
Yeah.
And Capital, Big Pun put an album together that would rival Life After Death or anything like that. So he knew what he was doing. He was like, yo, I want to do more than 20 tracks. I want them all to be fire. I want features. I want to get off on everyone, and he fucking put together a fucking amazing album. You know what I mean? And then it stood the test of time, in my opinion.
Fair. All right, so you got Capital Punishment as a better album than Ready to Die. BS.
In a way, I have to agree with Blood because Capital Punishment, in my opinion, to basically simplify what Blood was saying, Capital Punishment is the polished version of Ready to Die. You know what I'm saying? It's the extra polished version. It's like he said, it's the crescendo. It's as good as it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? He took basically all that. Now, lyrically, I gotta go with Capital Punishment, man. He was doing some crazy shit on there. Shit that Big wasn't doing on Ready to Die. Even though Ready to Die is a monumental album, because without Ready to Die, we wouldn't even have Life After. Yeah. Which is, the cream of the crop.
We wouldn't have Capital Punishment.
True indeed. We wouldn't have Capital Punishment either. You know what I'm saying? So like
Ready to Die was like the blueprint.
Yeah. So,
exactly.
Yeah, so I don't know. In my opinion, I have to go for Ready to Die in this instance because like it is the blueprint and you got to go with the originator, not greater.
Okay, so let me ask y'all another quick yes or no question. Or not yes or no, but another quick question. What album aged better? What album sounds better today?
Capital Punishment for sure, in my opinion.
Cam?
Because it's refined. You got to think of it this way. There's some songs on Ready to Die that are so 93. They're not leaving 1993.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where on Capital Punishment, there's songs on there that you can listen to today that'll still sound really good.
Damn, that's actually a real good question, Burnz, because I'm going to break that down too.
Oh, here we go. Blood's breakdown.
Go ahead, break it down.
No, go ahead, Blood. Break it down.
And then I got one last follow-up question, then we'll move on.
Go ahead.
Okay, so before I even get into my answer, I got to go off of what VS was saying, that Ready to Die was the blueprint, right? Now, you got to see the correlation, right? Yeah. Biggie and Puff. Then Don Cartagena dropped before Capital Punishment, right? Or was it?
Yeah, you're correct.
Yeah.
Don Cartagena was technically Big Pun's first album.
Facts.
Don Cartagena was the blueprint followed by that. They followed the same blueprint. They actually most likely had Puff on the project, right?
They did, yeah.
He was only featured on the project. I'm talking about like most likely in some sort of executive producer.
He might have executive produced the album.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. You know what I'm saying? And then Fat Joe, knowing what it takes to succeed, and Big Pun as well, being on the album, followed the same process, right? So, aged better, when you listen to it now, the whole album, I say Capital Punishment. But single for single, it might be Ready to Die. Single for single, because damn, was the remix of was Still Not a Player on
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Still the remix, right?
Both,
the remix?
yes, the
both were on
remix
there.
and the original.
Okay, all right. So the remix might be the one track that right now has really withstood the test of time. You know, but then you listen to Biggie's Ready to Die, you got the what? You got Warning, you got you know, the big songs, Big Papa, Juicy. Man, those singles have those
Ready to
singles,
Die
yo,
on
those
that
shit are
one.
Ready to
timeless.
Die. All right, so
Those shit are timeless.
all right, so one last question. You got 1 minute to answer it. Rank these 3 albums. Illmatic, Reasonable Doubt, Capital Punishment.
Ooh.
And we'll start with VS.
Illmatic, Reasonable, Cat.
Cat.
Yeah.
In that order.
In that same order?
Yeah.
Okay, Cam.
Same for me.
Same order. Blood. We no half-hour Bloods breakdown,
on,
please.
yeah,
You gotta remember.
You got 30 seconds.
So you gotta remember what Jay
quick.
said. Jay said when Nas dropped Illmatic, I thought we was all dead. You gotta remember that. You know. You gotta remember that.
He's gonna go with it. I know what he's gonna go with. He's gonna start with Big first. Pause.
No, Big is not in there.
No.
Big not in
Illmatic,
there.
Reasonable
Reasonable
Doubt,
Doubt
Capital
and
Punishment.
Capital Punishment.
It might be Reasonable Doubt, Illmatic, and then Cap.
All right, so we're gonna save this for another episode because we only got Cam for about half an
I
hour
just want to
left.
say this one thing though.
Go ahead.
Illmatic changed the game.
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Illmatic changed the game. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Reasonable
Yeah.
Doubt is definitely a classic, but I feel like that grew into a classic later on as
Yes.
Jay
That one had to
progressed
like age.
with his
Yeah.
career. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I said, Jay said when Nas dropped Illmatic, shit, I thought we was all dead. So you know what that say? You know, Jay don't really
Word
give
up.
compliments like that. You know what I mean? So Jay say that on the record.
You're
you
talking
already know.
specifically about the J. Cole and Jay-Z track, right? J. Cole featuring Jay-Z featuring Jay-Z. Was that when he said that?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Stars
And,
Born.
and on
Stars
that song,
Born.
he
Yeah,
gave a
exactly.
lot of props
Yeah.
to a lot of rappers, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken.
Yeah.
Was Big Pun included in that rap at all? If anybody remembers.
He had beef with Pun.
I know that's
Yeah.
the point I'm trying to get to.
I doubt-
Did he
I doubt he-
disclude
yeah.
Pun because they had beef?
Probably.
Because if you're making a list of all monumental
Yeah.
hip hop shit, you
Yeah.
would. I would think
I don't.
Pun is in there.
I don't think he.
he didn't mention it, right?
them.
No, because they
Nah.
had that little beef. All right.
The only one that needed validity to have him mention was Nas, and he did it a couple of times. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So
You know, you don't
in a
need another
future
rapper.
episode, we're gonna bring Cam back, and we're gonna get more into details. Again, we only got him for a little while today because he got a big show today in Connecticut, opening up for Benny the Butcher, which is awesome.
Yeah, man.
And
Crazy.
Congrats to that.
Crazy.
Congrats to that, baby.
Hey,
shout out to Cam for pulling up today with a fire watch that I just noticed and some fresh ass braids.
Thank
So
you, man.
shout out to that,
Appreciate
man.
it.
That's how you pull up.
Mind on the money, baby.
Yes. Now let's get into the brother Cam's career. He's dropped a lot of projects throughout the years. He's dropped a lot of singles this year alone. So I want to ask you a very specific question. As an artist in 2023, what do you prefer to drop, singles or projects, and why?
Okay, first and foremost, personally, is projects.
Projects?
Because I feel like when you give them a project, I feel like they could take their time and really dig deep and dive into the music
Yeah.
and really get a better understanding of what's going on and direction, you know.
See, as a
You
listener,
try to take it.
I
you
love
know?
projects.
Yeah.
Like a
yeah,
single don't give me
yeah.
what I need. I want to hear the whole vibe,
Yeah.
the whole thing.
But the thing with singles now is that we in a microwave society where everybody just don't really care about the production or how the mix of the beat is, whatever. They just putting out music every week. It's kind of like you got to compete with that.
Yeah.
That's why people is doing more single to single. And, you know, a lot of people not really selling albums like that.
Right.
It's more so about streaming.
Right.
So that's why they breaking it apart and just dropping singles after singles. But me personally,
Yeah.
I love projects.
So let's say if you were gonna drop a project, would you drop a couple of singles first, or drop the project first and then re-drop the songs as singles?
Yeah, I normally do it. Like what I do is I put together like 30 records, 40 records, and not just for me, but I get opinions from, you know, my team, people around me, go through the records, get a few listens and figure out what's the 3 strongest records, 4 strongest records, and I'll put them out individually as singles leading up to the project.
Okay.
Videos done and everything like that.
Right.
Last year I dropped about 23 or 4 singles, if I ain't mistaken. I don't remember at the top of my head, but I know it was over 20. But honestly speaking, that really was a project. I was just gonna put that out on the project.
Right.
Yeah, but what happened was I was talking with my manager. And he was like, "Nah, I'll just hold off on the project right now." So I said, "You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna drop them as singles." But necessarily, really, realistically, that was really the project.
And if you drop 20-something singles, you're dropping a single like every 2 weeks almost, right?
Basically.
More or less.
Something like that. I want to say, like 2-3 weeks.
And then with the accompanying videos?
I didn't do videos for all of them. I just picked the strongest records I felt.
But you did a lot of videos.
Yeah.
You still work with Secret Society?
Yeah, of course.
Shout out to Secret Society. Secret Society Films, right?
Yeah, Nimi Hendrix.
I was gonna say Nimi Hendrix.
Yeah. Shout out to that, man. They do a lot of dope work, man. Your videos look
it's a lot of them. It's a whole team of them. It's Identity, B-Mar, I can't even.
And they're based out of Jersey?
Jersey, yeah.
Shout
I believe
out
Jersey
to
City, Newark. Yeah. So they're not too far from here.
Big Jersey.
Shout out to Pete. They got Pete. It's a lot of them, man. It's a whole camp, whole team of them.
Dope. Also, shout out to Patterson.
Yeah, that's right.
Cam is a Patterson representative, so big shout out to PTown. Brother, Brother Blood was in and out of PTown when he was outside.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I seen PTown good and bad.
Some wild times.
Let's get into some of the singles that. Oh wait! Before we get into the singles, so in 2016 you dropped "Images Everything." In 2017 you dropped Part 2. In 2018 you dropped Part 3. Part 4 dropped in 2020, and these are all compilations of the Rackboys team movement.
Nah, not really.
Just the last one.
Just the last one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And Images Everything. Do you still feel that is true today?
Yeah, I mean, so let's break this down because I feel like I don't know if people getting the right idea or really understand what I mean by the concept of images everything. I'm not really talking about like your clothing and I mean I am, but it's not. It's more deep into that. What I mean is like images everything, meaning just more so like how you carry yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, so because I feel like before you even open your mouth, people judging you.
Absolutely.
Right off the back.
Absolutely.
So it's just like, if I want people to perceive me as this, I got to make sure I approach them like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The way you carry yourself.
The way I
and
carry
present
my
yourself.
persona. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so that's more so what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like, even, you know, if you got somewhere to be, make sure you're on time.
Right.
Make sure you well dressed, groomed. You know what I mean? Make sure you speak politely. You show people respect. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's more so about. Like, you know.
That's very admirable, man.
Yeah. Make sure
young
you got your
rappers out there,
principles,
young
man.
MCs, young artists.
Take notes.
Take notes, bro. That was very
Big
well
facts.
said and very important. Image is not only
Superficial.
All right, yeah. So in
Yeah.
2023, a lot of image is
Is.
manufactured.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So-
And superficial.
And
Yeah.
super superficial, of
Yeah.
course. A lot of artists are not even giving people their true selves.
No.
They
It's a
only
representative.
live behind this facade
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is presented, whether created by their labels or by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So for Rackboy Cam to be so authentic in his own image and also in his music is a breath of fresh air. Especially when we talk about, like you said, the microwave culture of music today, and also of artists, because artists come and go very quickly nowadays.
For sure.
But I think what you're doing and the way that you're presenting yourself and carrying yourself allows fans to build a stronger bond. You know what I'm saying? And
really
then
grow with me.
yeah, and they'll be fans for longer. So shout out to that. Shout out to you. Shout out to the Rack Boys. How many Rack Boys are there in total?
It's a lot of us, man. It's too many to keep count.
And is all in P-Town or is various cities?
We spread out all over.
All in
Yeah,
Jersey
yeah,
or
all
also other states?
all over,
All over.
all
Shout
over.
out to that, man.
All right.
Rack Boys Season compilation dropped in 2021. That joint had like 26 tracks. 20.
Yeah.
I can't think of the top.
It had a good amount of tracks.
Yeah.
A lot of dope artists on there. Everybody make sure y'all go check that out. Go download that. Go download the Images Everything series, 4
working.
parts. And then let's get into some of the singles you dropped this year. So I started in March. We got a lot more we can get to, but again, our time is limited. So starting in March, you dropped God's Plan, You also dropped Like It Like That, and then the following year, actually a few days ago, you dropped Mind on My Money, and you also dropped Pressure. You told me right now Mind on the Money is the song we're focusing on.
Yeah, that's what we're pushing right now.
What led to the creation of that song? Was that just your mind state that day? Is that how you woke up feeling? Or is that like everyday mindset?
It's an everyday mindset, but it's more of a strategic approach because right now, Jersey got the spotlight right now with the Jersey club music. So I was trying to figure out a record to accommodate that. And I don't know if y'all know, but Mind on the Money, the beat is an actual classic house record called Hot Music.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a no-brainer. You know what I mean? You know, it goes with that go-go music, house music, you know, Jersey club. You know, they go hand in hand with each other. So I was trying to think of a maneuver, a way, or come out with a record that, you know, got that type of influence. And I was like thinking, I'm like, damn, yo, nobody rapped over this hot record, this hot music beat. I really had to think, like, nobody touched it.
I only heard one person spit.
A real record, like an official record?
Yeah.
Oh, pardon me, who was that?
What's his name? What's his fucking name from Atlanta? The guy that wrote for Kanye. The dope rapper from Atlanta.
Sahai?
Sahai the Prince.
Where he got a record?
It's on I think it's on No
Mail on Sundays?
No Dope on Sundays.
No Dope.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
It's either that
I
or
didn't know.
It's either that. I know the name of the song is called Basquiat.
Basquiat.
That's the name of the song.
I definitely gotta check that out.
Yeah.
What year?
'Cause I didn't know.
2000 maybe 16ish.
That shit don't exist, bro. Mind on My Money, Rackboy Cam,
No question.
2023.
But shout out to him.
Sahai,
Yeah,
man.
shout out to Sahai.
You got the upper hand because you got a video for it.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't got a video.
And that's not the official video. Official video coming. That's just for right now. That's just
what
for
we're
right
talking
now.
about.
Yeah,
That's what we're
yeah.
talking about. That's the prelude to the video.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what's
for
up.
sure.
That's still video though. I fucks with it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
I like that.
Yeah,
the whole
yeah.
getting dressed up and
Yeah, for
shit with
sure.
the mic coming. It looks like it's coming down from heaven and shit.
Nah,
That's
well, I
dope.
appreciate that,
That's
man.
dope. That's dope.
I appreciate that.
I want everybody to go to YouTube, follow Rackboy Cam at Rackboy Cam TV. He's got a few, I should say, freaking good amount of videos that y'all can go check out. Over 25 videos. He's got millions of views on a few of these joints. Congratulations on that, my brother.
Thank
I know
you,
that
man.
shit ain't
Thank
easy.
you, man.
Right now, I see 3 with over 1 million views. So
3
shout out to
million
that. I
views.
see one with
Fan.
over 3 million views. Make sure y'all follow him on Instagram at Rackboy Cam.
Yes, sir.
Follow the YouTube. Check the videos. Download the music. All that good stuff. Real quick, while we was talking about New Jersey MCs, do you ever feel as a New Jersey MC that it's a little bit harder to get, like, not necessarily put on, because now everybody's put on with the internet. You put out a song, it's global. But do you think it's a little harder?
Yeah. So to say
Go
that,
back.
yeah, I don't agree with that. I feel like, yeah and no, because I feel like I don't believe in viral. Things going viral.
Okay.
And not to sound like a hater or nothing. I always feel like it's some type of strategic marketing plan behind the scenes. I don't believe things just magically went viral.
Right. You think there's money behind it?
I'm not gonna say money, but it's some type of person pushing a button or some type of strategic plan. Like,
I think an article came out that said that same exact thing, that they said employees at TikTok can make anybody go viral.
Yeah, I did see that. So you think it's somebody actually picking what goes viral?
I wouldn't say picking, but I just feel like
it's influence. The label might push it, whatever, you know.
Put it like this. I don't want to even get into this because I don't want nothing to come back on me. But put it like this. Somebody we just spoke about, no names, on their way to stardom, being a superstar. And it's some very, very important people behind this individual. They got to protect
their investments, of course.
Behind this individual from the start, before we even knew about this person. So, and even with like the algorithms and all that stuff that's going on now, like it's hard for things to go viral. Me and my manager was arguing, going back and forth because he's like old school, so he kind of feels like you got to post 6-7 times a day to catch the algorithm and all that. And I disagree with that. I feel like it's more so about, it's not about how many posts you do, it's about what you post.
Yeah.
To get the attention. And on top of that, with the algorithm, how they, lowering the algorithm and kind of like suppressing it. Manipulating it so you could spend money to, to promote it and stuff like that. I feel like it's kind of
it's a business now.
It's a business.
It's not what it was even 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I feel like it's like whatever. I mean, each his own, man. You do what you do best.
Absolutely.
But as far as viral, I don't believe in that. I feel like there's always some type of game plan or something like that behind the scenes, and somebody pushing the buttons and making things do what it do. You know what I mean? And as far as Jersey, it's a deep conversation with that because we go sit here and argue about that all day. But I used to question like, damn, how come it's a new artist from New York popping off every 3 months to 4 months, and there's nobody from Jersey. We right here, there across the bridge. Like, man, don't make no sense. I mean, it's like, yeah, we got popping people from Jersey, but it's like it seems like every 1 year, every year, 2 years, it's like somebody kind of break through. Yeah. You know what I mean? Versus New York, it's like every 3-4 months is somebody new from New York. But I'm not gonna get into that because we could be sitting here for 2 hours about that. But what I will say is I feel like there's no, well, I'm not gonna say there's no, but there's not enough Jersey gatekeepers that's like actually going out finding talent and bringing them upstairs, bringing them through the door and putting them on.
Right.
You know what I mean? New York has that. Philly has that. Like, it's gatekeepers out there that's like, oh, I see him bubbling. He doing his thing. Like, all he needs is my 2 cents. Let me help him. Let me guide him, and I could get him a deal.
Right.
Or for my relationships. Right. I feel like we don't have, I'm not going to say we don't have them for Jersey, but we don't have enough of them.
Right.
You know
Absolutely.
what I mean?
I think Drewski's leading the way. Shout out to him. Yeah. But you're right. We don't have enough.
No, but what I mean is people that can actually walk you in and get you situations.
You're talking higher than Drewski.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Executive levels. That's what I mean. Like, New York, it's a lot of dudes with money.
Right.
And, got the actual power
well,
to walk you in the room.
You never hear of, like, big execs, powerful execs that started in Jersey or come from Jersey. I couldn't name you one.
Well, you got Warrenberg. Shout out to Warrenberg. He's from Jersey City.
Shout out to that.
Yeah, he's running Penalty Records right now. I believe they were Motown or whatever. But what I mean is, like, it don't really got to be an executive. It could be a street dude that got a lot of money
or connects
and got a lot of connects. That's like, yo, or for his relationships, he could get a lot of deals done. Yeah. That's what I mean. And I feel like we kind of missing that in Jersey.
Well, if there's anybody out there willing, hold up, Blood, hold up.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
There are a lot of niggas that hide out in Jersey too, like New York niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Power players that hide out. Whether it's in Fort Lee, whether it's in Jersey City, whether it's in Hoboken, then all they need to do is show a little bit of love to somebody that's local, man.
Yeah, but if they're hiding out, they can't show no love because then they're gonna expose themselves.
like there's cats that's known. Like, for example, I believe it was one of the Tone and Poke, one of the
Track Masters.
What was Track Masters? They was living in Jersey. Dame Dash was living.
Oh
in
yeah,
Jersey.
Bro. Nori, Cam, Fab, Button.
Yeah, if they showed love, it would be but they will open the floodgates.
But again, you're saying New York guys that are in Jersey. I would rather a Jersey person did it and kind of kept it homegrown. I mean, I'll take anybody doing it as long as people get put on, because I'm always about the state, and shout out to that, and shout out to our artists. But if we helped each other, I just think it would look doper, man. But shout out to everybody in Jersey, all the artists, everybody doing it. Shout out to all the execs, all the podcasts. Shout out to I Don't Care What You Think podcast. Those good brothers over there. Okay. 15. Let's just get into future plans real quick. Brother Cam, what do you have coming up that we need to be on the lookout for?
I got a project coming out called Never Fail Being Me.
Nice. Shout out to that. Shout out to that message too.
Yeah. Never Fail Being Me. We honestly, man, and I want to tap back into the social media. Being that they kind of playing with the algorithm and everything like that, I feel like it's a bad thing because it's harder for people to go quote unquote viral or get a lot of attention or gain a lot of traction. But I feel like it's forcing people to go back outside.
Yes. Well, nothing will ever beat that hand-to-hand, word-of-mouth promotion, bro. No website, no app, algorithm, none of that shit will ever beat me handing you some shit, you fucking with it, and then you come and talk to me about it.
And shout out to my DJ Kapalo, because we had a conversation yesterday about that. It was like, this generation, like, They don't know about going outside and hand-to-hand flyers and popping up and people seeing your face and gravitating to you. Like, you actually putting in that work. And I feel like with them playing around with the algorithm and want you to spend money, I feel like that's forcing people's hand to really have to go outside and network again. And honestly, that's what we've been doing last year. Shit, we drove from motherfucking Connecticut all the way to Vegas and back. We went on tour with Stunning for Vegas. Yeah.
I mean, you're driving to Connecticut today.
Yeah.
And,
no, but we
shitty rain day.
Jumped in the van and networked and went all the way out to Las Vegas and came back. Like, shit was crazy. Really put that work in.
That's how you literally build.
Yeah. Performing and touching the people. You know what I mean? So honestly speaking, that's the plan for Mine on the Money. Be outside with it. Every event, every industry party.
And it's the right time because it's about to be warm, so there's about to be a gang of events.
Cam, that makes you a better artist all around.
Yeah,
the grinding part of it, because then it's gonna sharpen you in every way. Whether it's your writing skills, you branching out to other places, you seeing other things, you outside. That's how rappers did it back in the day.
Nah,
that's
for
why
sure.
So well rounded,
For sure.
Whether it was battling or you don't really got to do that no more. But just the
networking aspect.
Exactly.
You'll be surprised, man.
Your network, the better you're gonna be.
You'll be surprised. A lot of artists don't really know the importance of networking. They don't really even know how to network.
Yeah, bro.
You know
what scares me? You bringing that subject up. You know what scares me is the pandemic baby generation. Because they're not gonna know shit about going outside. They might even be afraid of going outside. So their whole network and social skills, all that shit, that's just gonna deteriorate,
a lot of
bro.
weirdos out there.
Yeah, man. So I fear for them. But
I mean, my daughter's a
God bless
pandemic
them, bro.
baby, and that little chick want to be outside all day. She don't want to hear about.
Well, you got to raise them right,
Yeah, my daughter.
You can't let the tablet raise them, bro. And I think I see that a lot. Shout out to my daughter who studied psychology, and they study a lot of what is called tablet babies. And these are just kids raised on tablets, bro, and raised on the internet, and their parents are not giving them enough life experience and shit, bro.
I get home, my daughter's like, "Daddy, I want to go for a walk."
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be, man. You got to breathe air and get sun and shit.
I'm trying to think, because I had a conversation with somebody about that the other day. We was talking about that because, honestly speaking, I stopped playing the game when I was like 13. I got tired of playing the computer and all that, and this was before you was able to play people online and all that. And I'm trying to think, like, I was more so outside with it. Let me get my bike. Let me ride around. Let me go down the street or something.
Go down the falls right there in PTown.
Yeah, Lord. Let me check. let me go to the next town and see what girls over there. You know what I mean?
We was too poor.
You was Wayne with it.
So walking around, man. So
we was too poor to have a computer in my house.
Yeah.
I don't see it anymore, but I wish we'd see those groups of 5-10 kids on a bike just having fun.
I see them randomly
going exploring. That's how we found shit, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's
you
how
explored.
I see
playing
these
ball
kids
in
now.
different ball courts.
Hell yeah, but a different time though, man.
You know what's crazy? That I don't know where y'all from, but like I remember when I was like 12, 13, and mind you, how can I put this? Say I grew up on X and X Street or whatever. And I never jumped off the porch. The furthest I ever went maybe was the store to the left or to the right. But it was like, so when I turned 13, I started really going outside. I go up the street 5 blocks up. It's like a different world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It was like an eye opener. Like, oh, what's another store right here? My homie's over here. And it was just like more interesting, like more fun.
That bike gave you freedom, bro.
Yeah.
That's what these kids don't understand.
Yeah.
They think they could see the whole world in the phone, but it's not the same as being there, touching it, feeling it. Yo.
Me and Eric Mendez, man, we used to bike from here to New York to the Bronx where he used to live, because he used to live over there. We used to bike over there and shit. On bike, fam.
Yeah, so
Cross
much
the
fun,
bridge
man.
and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Shoot, I remember I used to play ball and I used to play AAU in Harlem. Shout out to Riverside Church, and I remember we was like 13, 14,
said Riverside Church.
just catching the train, and just we had no business even catching this going until we had that age, but we was doing it anyway. And we seen so much. I mean, it was dangerous, but we seen so much things, man. Like
Absolutely.
it was crazy.
It was crazy, yeah.
Us too, because we from Hudson County, and like
from this area, right?
Mine's in Burnz town was called West New York, and then VS was a little bit more up towards the bridge, but we all was part of Hudson County.
Got you.
So that from there to the city, like it was a hop, skip, and a jump. We would hop on a bus and be in the
$2
town.
van.
Yeah.
You'd be there in
You feel me?
15 minutes.
Or like I said, we used to play ball. So I would go to a park in like every town in Jersey because there's a lot of small towns.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Excuse me, not Jersey, Hudson County.
Yeah.
Because Patterson is just a big city by itself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got different stuff. You got, Main Ave. You got, 21st Ave.
Yeah.
You got, Alabama projects everywhere, all over. So, but when we went to different towns, it was like a different world for us too. Because we like, oh shit, look at the niggas from this school. Yeah. Oh shit, look at the bitches from.
But that was the original networking.
Yeah.
Because now you ball with somebody, y'all
Yeah.
become cool or whatever. Next thing you know, next time you in that city or whatever, you know somebody.
Yeah, you got somebody to chill with.
You pop up at a
Before
party
the car,
somewhere and you
before
know
car.
somebody. You're like, oh shit, I'm all right here, bro.
For real. Yeah.
So kids, next generation, current generation, even us older generations, be outside, bro. It's about to warm up. It's about to be sunny. COVID don't exist no more. Go outside, make friends, network, meet new people, see new places, experience new shit, learn, expand your mind. But do it safely, please.
And also, the COVID really did exist.
Did COVID exist? Woo!
Oh.
That's a deeper conversation. A lot of people got rich, bro, but we'll have that conversation at another time.
Yeah.
Let's get into 10 shots with VSOP very quickly before the brother Cam be on his way because he got a big show today. So, VS.
Yeah, man. I'm going to ask you 10 rapid-fire questions. You answer them with minimal thought. We'll circle back and discuss the answers,
man,
right?
you put me on the spot, huh?
Nah, yeah.
Pressure's on.
Based on today's episode and shit.
Okay.
All right. Number 10. Hardest white rapper, J. Cole, Jack Harlow, Eminem.
I don't know if I like J. Cole.
Yeah, I don't know. When you say hardest,
whatever your definition of hardest is.
I mean, shit. M laid the blueprint, so I gotta go with M. Yeah.
All right. Pusha and Jones been having beef lately. Who you going with, Pusha or Jones? Who's the better MC?
It's a tough situation. It's just a tough question for me.
Just
now,
MC, based on MC. Why?
Nah, but it's deep for me because Push is my guy. Yuck.
Yeah.
Push be talking crazy.
Oh, hell yeah.
And he been doing this for a long time, over 10 years. Shit, it might be 20 years, right?
Oh, big, yeah.
Definitely
20
Push been
years.
going crazy.
Way longer than 20 years.
everything.
Way longer than 20 years.
But I respect Jones. And by the way, Jones always been one of my favorite out of Dipset for some reason.
Okay.
Jones is dope, bro.
And Jones came a long way.
Oh, for sure.
And
Fact.
as of
From
right
just being
now,
an engineer and shit.
and as of right now, he's spitting a lot. He's spitting better than a lot of MCs
All right,
or
so
other artists right now. So
who you going with?
it's hard, man. It's hard because you know why? Jim has impacted his culture in so many ways outside of the music.
Yo, that's facts too, man.
But
Word up.
Pusha got some incredible albums. And not to say Jim don't either, because Jim does.
All right, let me flip the question to make it easier because that question is tough. Yeah.
It's broad,
I'ma
yeah.
flip it. All right.
Let's make it more specific.
Would you rather? What in your opinion? What's Pusha's best album?
And while you think about that, Pusha replied to Jim Jones subliminally with a post as he was going to perform in the Hollywood Bowl where he said, and I quote, "Places they'll never be, stages they'll never see," end quote.
End quote.
Super disrespectful.
Hell yeah. That's why I love Push.
That's what I'm talking
Mind you,
about.
I love
though.
Jim Jones.
But I love Jim too. It's,
But that's different level disrespectful.
Jim is also
But-
disrespectful.
but-
Push
but-
is dope.
But you got to remember too, because we could talk about this all day. Diplomats is one of the best groups. Like they're staple.
for sure.
Absolutely historic, bro.
They probably did it bigger than what he's doing right now. As a matter of fact,
And that's what I want to touch on. And also on the flip side of that, you got to remember too, You can argue this, but you can't. But the reason why I'm not gonna argue this is because Jim wasn't the main focus of Diplomats. It was Cam and Jewels. So being that they was sharing the same stages and doing what they got to do with State Property and Jim Jones and everybody. But as of now, the last couple of years, Pusha has been next to one of the biggest artists, hands down, as ever. You know, next to Drake is Kanye. So that's gonna push the envelope a little bit further than anybody can ever touch.
For sure.
It's a complex.
You want to skip this one then?
Yo, you breaking it down. All right, who has the better album? That's a better question. Who has the better album between them two?
The better albums or the better
one album? Like you pick one album versus the whoever's hottest versus whoever's hottest. Obviously, for me, is El Capo Deluxe for Jim Jones.
But that's what I'm saying. You kind of can't go because Jim got like 30 albums. Like,
all right, let's be super specific.
And all that. Yeah, I don't know. I can't answer. It's a tough one for me.
If you had to pick one to do a song with today, who you doing a song with?
Both. Pusha talks crazy, but Jim talks crazy, get fly, and do everything too. So
let's go with
skip
both.
That. Yeah, I'm going with
Cam
both.
is actually going to broker the peace treaty. And they're gonna
I'm gonna go with both. I'm gonna go
Shout
with
out
both.
to that.
All right. In your opinion, who fucked up bigger, MGK when he tried to diss Eminem, or Cannabis when he tried to diss LL?
Damn.
Cannabis.
Hell yeah.
Cause MGK basically
went to another genre.
Well, he still had a career.
Yeah, he rebranded himself, and he's actually making more money than he ever did
as a rapper.
Cannabis just
right now. Cannabis
disappeared.
Disappeared.
Cannabis was nasty.
Shout out to Cannabis though, one of the illest rappers.
And no disrespect, no disrespect. We just speaking.
Cannabis also dissed Eminem.
Yeah. But MGK is actually making the most money he probably ever made in his life right now as a rock star. So he rebranded himself.
And as an actor.
He got to do as an actor too.
He's doing this thing as an actor too. So shout out to that.
So I'm gonna say Cannabis.
Okay. Who's the biggest big? Pause. Big Pun, Big L, or Biggie?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
That's part of the gay question.
The gay list. Shout out to the gay list on Twitter.
Hey yo. I'm gonna go with Biggie.
He was the most influential.
Yeah, but it's a tough one too. Because even with that, because Big L is a lot of what ifs.
Yeah.
With that,
you said Big L, Biggie, and Big Pun.
Yeah.
Wow, rest in peace to all of them, bro. I think they're all what ifs.
Yeah, and no, but what I mean is, if you're right too.
Pun is the bigger what.
Yeah, you're right.
Big L's the bigger what if. He never
right.
actually got on.
You're right. But a lot of people with Big L defense, they were like, yo, a lot of people took his style, his cadences and stuff like that. And so
he still had a couple albums about to come out.
Yeah,
real quick, shout out to Biggie. He's got a new video podcast dropping where they're going to break down the creation of life after death, hosted by Angie Martinez.
Yeah, that's going to be
when
dope.
that drops, check that out.
Also, shout out to the Biggie AI spitting over
Shook Ones.
No, not Shook. That one and New York State of Mind.
Yeah.
We just talked about that, the Biggie AI.
Shout out to the Biggie AI that's going to write my next album.
All right, we're
Did it come out good?
It will. Go ahead. We're up to number 5.
No, 6.
Oh,
5. I was asking about the Biggie AI. Did the rhyme come out hot or not?
Oh, it was just Biggie's voice spitting Shook Ones and shit. It sounds okay. You're up to number 5. We got Eminem, both Cannabis, Biggie, and now number 5.
Benny or Conway. Who you fucking with?
Oof.
Ooh.
To do a record with.
So I'm gonna break this down too.
Here we go.
Conway versatility is, to me, Conway touches all subjects when he's spitting. It's not just drug talk.
Yes.
When you're talking that drug talk,
special.
But he gives you more of that
Benny
heartbreak
is different.
shit.
Benny is different, huh?
Conway gives you more heartfelt, like.
That's what I'm saying, like a little bit,
like the emotion shit.
Yeah.
And it's
got busted in the dome, man.
And it's over-rounded. Like he touching all angles.
Yeah.
But Benny specializes in that drug talk. You know what I mean? Me, I don't really talk about the drug talk like that. So I would do a record with both of them, but I'm gonna lean more towards Conway.
Okay.
Shout out to Conway. He pulled up to the 2-3 Zone album release. Shout out to Inf Mob Flea, and shout out to Christ's new album 2-3 Zone.
Let's go.
Out now. Check it out.
Yeah, man.
Number 6.
Number 6. How did we go from number 5 to number 6? Are we counting down? 10 to 1.
Number 5.
Number 5 then.
Or whatever.
What the fuck is this?
Just make it work. Make it work.
All right, Nicki, Cardi, or Meg. If you had to make a song with one of them, who would you fuck with?
Ooh.
I'm going with the Queen,
Nicki.
Yeah,
that'd probably be the best move, right?
Shout out to Nicki. Shout out to Queens too.
the Queen misses 4 flows, man. Every time she get on a record, she doing 4 flows, man.
I feel like she got that from Wayne.
Yeah.
Did she?
I don't. If you listen to Wayne, he'll switch flows on.
And Wayne,
Unless if he got it from her.
Yeah.
Maybe he got it from her and he's doing it
I
now.
don't know.
Or they both got it from Gilly.
Shout out to Rackboy Cam. He got the switch up in the flow too. I noticed. He
Yeah.
on that fat shit towards the end of the verse. I like that shit a lot.
Maybe she got it from you.
Maybe
Oh,
she did.
yeah,
Yeah, shout out to Nicki, man.
Number 4.
Nas or Jay-Z, who's the better rapper?
My favorite rapper is Jay-Z. But I respect Nas.
Absolutely.
Mr.
I
Nostradamus,
fuck with
man.
Cam even more now.
On the overall aspect, I gotta give it to the Jigger, man.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Hove.
That's why I said Reasonable Doubt before. That's why I said it.
Who's your favorite, Cam or Mace?
Whoo, that's a tough one, boy. Yo.
Who you rocking with?
So my favorite rappers are Jay, Mace, and DMX.
Nice.
Well,
And then I gotta tap into Mr. Aubrey.
rest in peace
Trey
to the
Drizzy.
dog. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
So-
Shout out to Mace, bro. Not a lot of people will admit that Mace is their favorite rapper.
Why? Mace be
I
talking
don't know. People
crazy.
stun on Mace, and
Mace
Mace
that
influenced
guy.
a whole generation.
Yeah.
Mace influenced Push,
Possibly.
Yeah.
and he influenced Fab.
And Kanye.
All them cats,
Push
Drake.
did that song on My Neighbor's
Yeah.
He
My
may have
Neighbor.
influenced big, actually.
Man,
Potentially.
he was influenced a lot of people, especially in '96, man.
Mace, I don't-
All right,
96.
Guess
so
the
who you
props
rocking
he
with, Cam or
deserves.
Mace?
Shout out to Mace.
Shout out to Harlem too.
Shout out to Cam and Mace for shouting
Yeah,
us
shout out to both of them.
Yes.
But Mace, I'm gonna go with Mace. on
Okay,
that,
no
yeah.
doubt.
Murder Mace, Diddy made me pretty.
Since both these rappers had basically almost the same careers, who you rocking with, DMX or Pac? They both did the movies, music, poetry, all that shit.
Rest in peace to both.
Yeah, rest in peace. Rest
And
in peace
they're
to
legends.
both. Pac obviously is Pac.
Yeah.
DMX is DMX. For me, on a music aspect, I'm going with DMX.
All right, no doubt. And last one, you're an indie rapper now. You want to stay indie, but if they hand you the bag, the majors hand you the bag, you taking the bag or you staying indie?
Definitely taking the bag. I'm not gonna take the bag to take the bag. We definitely gonna be. Definitely gonna be a partnership.
Yeah.
Yes.
So business
Do it right.
wise.
Business wise, yeah, it's gonna be a partnership. But I'm definitely going with the label, man. They could get me indoors, or I can't get in. I can't get in myself. You
Get
know?
your business right.
Faster. Yeah.
Shout out to that, man.
And there you go, 10 shots, baby.
Good shit. Shout out to VS with the 10 shots. Shout out to all these cats. Rest in peace, DMX, of
Yeah, for
course.
sure.
Shout out to Rackboy Cam coming through today.
Yeah.
He's got a dope show in Connecticut. By the time this comes out, it will have passed. But
Yeah.
if you throw something up on your Instagram, I'll repost it so people can know if they're in Connecticut, they could pull up. Opening up
Appreciate
for
that.
Benny the Butcher. That's a super dope achievement.
Let's go.
You're gonna come back so we could get back into some of these talks that we lightly touched on. We ain't even get into your party promoter days, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely want to get.
What I'm
into
gonna do
that.
is I want to come back with the team.
Yeah,
And then
Let's do that.
We could touch base
bring
on
the Rack Boys.
whatever we missed. You know?
Absolutely, man. You got any shout outs you want to give real quick before you head out?
Yeah. Shout out to everybody in Jersey, man. Everybody in the tri-state doing what they do best, man. Living life, man. Shout out to everybody that woke up this morning with money on their mind on the money.
Amen.
Shout out to the squad, Rack RBE, the whole Rack Boys Entertainment. And, shout out to everybody that's doing what they do, man. That's grinding, putting that work in.
Thank you for coming through today, my brother.
Thanks for
VS,
having
you
me.
got any shout outs?
Shout out to our guests. Much continued success, man.
absolutely.
Good luck on your show today.
Shout out to
break a
y'all,
leg.
man. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And special shout out to my niece Sarah. She took me to a dope ass show yesterday. I went to watch K-pop. You know what K-pop is?
That's like kid stuff, right?
Nah, Korean pop music.
Oh, okay.
And this dude was out there rapping in Korean. Nobody in that whole arena. We were in Prudential.
Yeah.
It was sold out, fam.
Word.
Sold 30,000 people yelling, screaming, yo. couldn't understand the lick of Korean, but they was
Yeah, they
jamming, yo.
have translators.
So
Yeah,
shouts
they
to
have
her. That shit
headphones.
was dope. That shit was fucking lit. I got videos. We gonna post that. The shit is dope, man. But
I want y'all to know that I have videos of VS fanboyed out at the concert for the Korean homie.
With the t-shirt.
Yeah, with the t-shirt
With the
swinging it
t-shirt,
over his head like
yeah.
Petey Pablo.
let's go, baby.
It's coming soon to the gram. Y'all look
coming
forward.
soon.
Oh
You'll
my
see.
God.
Nah, that shit was dope though, man. Them dudes perform, bro. They put on a
Shout out
dope
to
show.
that, man. And they're very popular. Blood, you got any shout outs?
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, Rackboy Cam. Yo, everybody. Image is Everything 4 is a crazy, crazy album.
Well, I appreciate that,
Everybody,
man. Appreciate that.
Word up. Everybody go check out. Now, I'm not saying this is the best track, but I fucking like it. I love it. Dio frames.
Oh yeah. I was
Dio
talking crazy
frames
on
off
that.
shit.
Yeah. I was
Shit
talking
crazy.
crazy on that. I'm
There's
glad.
a lot of dope ass tracks, man.
I'm
Props to you, my bro.
No, I appreciate that. I'm glad you mentioned that because I could go whatever way with it. You know what I mean? I got records like that. Like honestly, I could do a show with Benny, Conway, Lilies, and I could go around and do a show with Future, Lil Durk. Like
Word up.
I got records on all aspects. Super versatile. And that's the way I like it. So I could pretty much tap it with all genres
And
all
those days
different
will come,
styles
my
and
bro.
stuff.
Absolutely. We look forward to seeing you up
Nah,
there
they
sharing
here.
the
Those
stage
days are
with
here,
all
man.
the
Man, I
cats.
appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Shout out to all the Rack Boys. Shout out to PTown. Shout out to everybody tuned in on YouTube, Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, Google Play. Make sure you're following at GAHHD_podcast. Make sure you're following at EFNR711 and Straight Fuego Studios for all your studio needs, including video production. Make sure you're following at Luna. What you making now? Teeth whitening doll, I believe. That's Luna Bright Teeth Whitening. Get your teeth right for the
Jizz right.
springtime, for the summertime. Make sure you're following at Bludshot 201. Make sure you're following at Money_Burnz. Check us out on AMP. Don't forget about that. And I think that's it. So, chin up, chest out, carry yourself with honor, carry yourself with pride. This has been episode 145 of the Great American Hip Hop Debate Podcast. I am the brother Burnz. Shout out to all the Rag Boys. Get your money right. Shout out to everybody that got their mind on their money.
Yes,
and
sir.
if it ain't right,
Shout
you
out
gotta
to
get it right.
P-Town.
Shout
Yes,
out
sir.
to P-Town. Shout out to Jersey.
Get your racks up.
And
Thomas, ROBB, Fetty Wap.
Free Fetty.
Free Fetty. And we out.
Let's go.